Right now, at this very moment, your body is fighting a war it was never designed to fight, and the weapon being used against it is something you do every single day without thinking twice. You eat, and then you eat again, and then again. And no one ever told you that this normal, everyday habit, something you were practically trained to do since childhood, is quietly dismantling your metabolism, accelerating your biological age, and robbing your brain of one of its most critical survival functions. This is not a diet video. This is not about calories. This is about something far more fundamental, something written into your DNA over hundreds of thousands of years of human evolution that modern life has completely erased. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why your body sends out distress signals every single time you eat around the clock, what's actually happening inside your cells when you never stop fueling, and the precise window of time your body desperately needs to heal itself. A window most people never open. You probably wake up and eat within the first 30 to 60 minutes of opening your eyes. Then a mid-morning snack. Then lunch. Then something in the afternoon because your energy crashes. Then dinner. Then maybe something small before bed because you just feel like it. Sound familiar? Most people think this is normal. Most people think this is healthy. You've been told your whole life to eat breakfast. That it's the most important meal of the day. You've been told that eating small meals frequently keeps your metabolism going. You've been told that going too long without food puts your body into starvation mode. And here's the truth, almost all of that is wrong. You probably feel tired by mid-afternoon even though you've eaten all day. You probably have a midsection that won't budge no matter what you try. You probably wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and can't fall back asleep. You probably feel mentally foggy after lunch. And you might have been told your blood sugar, your cholesterol, or your blood pressure is creeping up. You've blamed stress. You've blamed aging. You've blamed genetics. But here's what nobody is telling you. The real problem might not be what you're eating. It's when you're eating, and more importantly, when you are never, ever stopping. And in about 60 seconds, I'm going to show you exactly what happens inside your body during those hours when you eat constantly. And it's going to change the way you look at every meal for the rest of your life. Let's start with insulin. Because insulin is the key to understanding everything. Every single time you eat. And I mean every single time, even a handful of crackers, even a glass of juice, even that healthy granola bar. Your pancreas releases insulin into your bloodstream. Think of insulin like a traffic cop. Its job is to direct sugar from your blood into your cells for energy. That's a good thing. That's what it's supposed to do. But here's the part that changes everything. When insulin is elevated, when that traffic cop is on duty, your body cannot burn fat. It is physically, biochemically impossible. Your body has two fuel sources, sugar and fat, and insulin is the switch between them. When insulin is high, you burn sugar. When insulin is low, only when it is low, your body opens the door to your fat stores and starts burning them for fuel instead. Now here's where the problem begins. If you are eating every 2 to 3 hours from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, your insulin never drops. The traffic cop never goes home. The fat-burning switch never flips. A 2012 study published in Obesity Reviews found that in the modern Western world, the average adult eating window, meaning the time between their first bite of food and their last, is 14.75 hours per day. Nearly 15 hours. That leaves only 9 hours where the body has any chance of reducing insulin levels, and most of those 9 hours are spent sleeping when insulin is already slightly elevated from the evening meal. That means for most people over 40, their fat-burning window has shrunk to almost nothing. But insulin suppression isn't even the most important thing happening during that eating gap. There's something else. Something your cells are desperate to do. Something they can only do in the absence of food. And it might be the most important biological process you've never heard of. It's called autophagy. Autophagy. It literally means self-eating. And before you recoil from that phrase, let me explain why it is one of the most miraculous things your body does. Think of your cells like a house. Over time, damaged furniture piles up. Broken appliances. Old junk you never throw out. Autophagy is your body's internal cleaning crew. It comes in, breaks down all that cellular debris. Damaged proteins, dysfunctional organelles, old cellular machinery that's past its prime, and either recycles it into new building materials or flushes it out entirely. This process is so critical to human health that the scientist who discovered its mechanisms, Yoshinori Ohsumi, was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2016. And here's the thing: autophagy cannot happen when insulin is high. Food, specifically protein and carbohydrates, shuts it down almost completely. A 2010 paper in the journal Cell found that autophagy requires a period of fasting to be meaningfully activated, and that in human subjects, measurable autophagy began increasing significantly after approximately 16 to 18 hours without food. So what happens when you eat all day, every day, for years and decades? Your cleaning crew never shows up, the junk piles up inside your cells. Your mitochondria, the tiny power plants that generate your energy, accumulate damage and become less efficient. Dysfunctional proteins begin to aggregate. And this cellular garbage, this buildup that autophagy was designed to clear, has been directly linked in peer-reviewed research to accelerated aging, metabolic disease, cognitive decline, and increased cancer risk. Your body was not built to eat all day. It was built to eat, then stop, then clean house. But here's the part that most fasting videos get completely wrong. It's not just about how long you fast. It's about what happens during those first specific hours. And when I show you the timeline, you'll understand why your body has been sending you signals this whole time, and you just didn't know how to read them. Here's what nobody tells you. Your body isn't broken. It isn't fighting you. It isn't betraying you. It has been, this entire time, patiently waiting for you to give it the one thing it needs to heal: a break. This is the part that changes everything. The symptoms you've been experiencing, the fatigue, the brain fog, the stubborn belly fat, the disturbed sleep, the blood sugar swings. These are not diseases. They are not inevitable consequences of aging. They are distress signals. Your body is sending you a message in the only language it has symptoms. And the message is this: stop, please. Just stop feeding me for a few hours. I have work to do. Think about what happened to your ancestors, your great-great-grandparents, and the humans who came tens of thousands of years before them. They didn't have a refrigerator. They didn't have a pantry. They didn't have a snack drawer. They hunted. They gathered. They ate when they found food, and they didn't eat when they didn't. Their bodies were built with long periods of fasting baked directly into their biology. Your DNA is essentially identical to theirs. Every biological system inside you, your hormones, your metabolism, your cellular repair machinery, was calibrated for a world where food was not available 24 hours a day. Now here's the science behind the reveal. When you extend the time between your last bite of food at night and your first bite the next day, something remarkable happens in sequence. After about 4 to 6 hours without food, your insulin begins to fall. Your body starts transitioning from burning sugar to burning fat. After 12 hours, insulin has dropped substantially. Your liver begins converting stored fat into ketone bodies, an alternative fuel your brain actually prefers. Mental clarity often starts to return here. After 16 to 18 hours, autophagy is now measurably active. Your cleaning crew has arrived. Damaged proteins are being recycled. Dysfunctional mitochondria are being cleared out and replaced. And here's the surprising piece: your human growth hormone spikes dramatically during extended fasting periods. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that 24-hour fasting produced a 5-fold increase in growth hormone secretion in both men and women. Growth hormone is your body's primary repair and regeneration signal. It builds muscle. It repairs tissue. It burns fat. You are not supposed to get this from a pill or an injection. Your body was designed to produce it naturally, during the exact periods when you weren't eating. The counterintuitive truth is this: the most powerful thing you can do for your health after 40 is not to add something to your diet. It's to remove something. Remove the constant feeding. Remove the endless stream of insulin spikes. Remove the barrier that's blocking your body from doing what it was built to do. The window your body needs to heal, it's not a medical procedure. It's not a supplement. It's not expensive. It's just time. Empty time. Time without food. And you already do it every single night. You just haven't been doing it long enough. Now, here is where most people go wrong when they try this. They make it complicated. They make it extreme. And they quit within 3 days. So let me give you the exact, simple protocol that works, and more importantly, tell you why each part works in your body. You don't need to starve yourself. You don't need to go days without food. You don't need to do anything extreme. What your body needs is a structured eating window, a defined period of eating followed by a defined period of rest and repair. Step 1 is to choose your eating window and start with 12 hours. If you currently eat from 7 in the morning until 10 at night, that's 15 hours. You are going to compress that. Start by finishing your last meal at 8 in the evening. Then don't eat again until 8 the next morning. That's 12 hours. This is not aggressive. This is not extreme. But it is a meaningful shift from what most people are currently doing. And physiologically, even this change begins to lower your average daily insulin levels, allowing your body more time in fat-burning mode. Do this for 1 full week before moving to the next step. Step 2 is to push your first meal back by 30 minutes every 3 days. Your goal over 2 to 3 weeks is to reach a 16-hour fasting window with an 8-hour eating window. This is called 16 and 8 intermittent fasting, and it is the most research time, restricted eating protocol in the scientific literature. If your last meal is at 8 in the evening, your first meal would be at noon the following day. During the fasting window, you may drink water, black coffee, or plain tea. These do not spike insulin and do not break your fast. Nothing else. Physiologically, here is why this gradual approach works. Your hunger hormones, specifically ghrelin, are habits. They fire at the times you have trained them to fire. If you've eaten breakfast at 7 every morning for 20 years, your body will scream for food at 7. But if you push that window back gradually, your ghrelin rhythm recalibrates within days. The hunger becomes manageable because you've retrained the signal. Step 3 is to protect your fasting window the same way you protect your sleep. Set a hard stop time in the evening and treat it like a non-negotiable. Eating late at night is particularly harmful because your circadian rhythm, your internal biological clock, signals your body to lower its metabolic rate and insulin sensitivity in the evening. A 2019 study in Cell Metabolism found that restricting eating to daytime hours significantly improved metabolic markers even without any change in calorie intake. The same food eaten earlier in the day is metabolized more efficiently than that same food eaten at night. Put your kitchen closed time in your phone as a daily reminder. 60 days of consistency is what it takes to make this feel automatic rather than effortful. And step 4 is to take it one level deeper. On 2 non-consecutive days per week, extend your fasting window to 18 hours. These extended fasts are your deep repair days. The jump from 16 to 18 hours is where autophagy becomes most robustly activated. Think of 16 hours as maintaining your house and 18 hours as finally getting around to that deep clean you've been putting off. You don't need to do this every day. You just need to do it consistently enough that your cellular cleanup is happening on a regular schedule. On these extended days, your last meal might be at 7 in the evening, and your first meal the next day at 1 in the afternoon. That's manageable. That's sustainable. And inside your cells, during those extra 2 hours, your body is doing repair work that decades of constant eating has prevented. Here is what you will actually notice in your body. And when, after 3 days of consistently following your new eating window, your energy between meals will begin to stabilize. The mid-afternoon crash that you've accepted as normal will start to lessen. This happens because your blood sugar is no longer on the roller coaster of constant spiking and crashing. Insulin is spending more time at baseline. Your cells are learning to access fat stores for fuel rather than screaming for the next hit of sugar. After 1 week, most people report sleeping more deeply. This is not a coincidence. When your body isn't actively digesting food in the late evening, your nighttime growth hormone pulse, which occurs primarily in the first few hours of sleep, is dramatically amplified. Your body is doing more repair work during sleep because you've stopped interfering with it. After 2 weeks, you will begin to notice that hunger between your meals is different. It is lighter, more manageable, less urgent. Your hunger hormones have recalibrated, your ghrelin rhythm has shifted, and for many people, this is the first time in years or decades that they felt in control of their appetite rather than controlled by it. After 4 weeks, if your eating window is consistent, the metabolic benefits become measurable. Research published in the New England Journal of Medicine in 2019 showed that sustained intermittent fasting improved insulin sensitivity, reduced inflammatory markers, and improved blood pressure in overweight adults, all within 4 to 12 weeks. And here is the benefit that nobody expects, the one that surprises people the most. Your relationship with food changes. Not because you're restricting it, but because you've broken the compulsive, automatic, mindless cycle of eating out of habit, boredom, or anxiety rather than genuine hunger. When you give food a boundary, a window, it becomes something you choose rather than something that happens to you. People describe this shift as feeling free in a way they haven't felt in years. That clarity, physical and mental, is your body telling you this is what I was waiting for. Here is the core truth of everything you've just heard. Your body was engineered with a built-in healing system, a repair cycle that runs automatically, that costs nothing, that requires no prescription, but it can only activate in the absence of food. Every hour you spend eating is an hour your body cannot spend repairing. You were never meant to eat all day, and the good news is you don't have to. So here is the question I want to leave you with. If your body has been sending you signals, fatigue, brain fog, stubborn weight, disrupted sleep, and if the root cause isn't what you thought it was, what else have you accepted as just aging that your body has actually been asking you to fix all along? If this video changed the way you think about eating, there's one more concept that connects directly to everything we discussed today. And it has to do with what you eat during that feeding window and how it either supercharges or completely undermines everything fasting can do for you. That video is right here. I'll see you in it.